Lamborghini is unveiling its first hybrid plug-in high performance, I don't think I need to say that, electric vehicle. It's called the Lamborghini Temerario, and it's going to make its Canadian debut tonight in Toronto. We're joined in studio by Andrea Baldi, CEO of Automobili Lamborghini America. It's great to see you. Thank you.
Great to see you too. Thank you for having us.
So the name, I was looking it up, it means reckless. And it's a Spanish word, Temerario?
It's a Spanish word. It could be an Italian word, but it's the original name of a fighting bull that fought in 1875 in Spain. It was so famous that it is in the book of history, and we picked the name as per our tradition, where we try to name the cars after a fighting bull, a big passion of our founder, Ferruccio Lamborghini.
And of course, the bull is your logo,
The logo, absolutely, you got it.
So can you explain to me, the idea with having this as a hybrid is it's mostly to improve performance rather than save fuel. Am I right in saying that?
Saving fuel is not our concern per se. What we are trying to do is reduce emissions.
Okay.
That is the long-term goal that we are trying to put in our strategy that has always been focused on high performance. And we find out that we can combine the reduction of emission with the increase of performance, because by adding 3 electric engines on the cars, and by replacing certain parts of the cars, like the transmission, we have always a 4-wheel drive car, we can get more power with the equivalent weight of the predecessor. And so we improve performance, as a matter of fact, by hybridizing the cars. And this is a process that we have done across the board on all products in our product range.
Because on electric power alone, it'll only go about 8 kilometers, is that right?
Yeah, what we need is the booster. We need to fill up also the gap, the power gap that you have with an internal combustion engine. And when you add up and you stack up the power of the two powertrains, the effect is a very smooth and constant additional performance.
One of the ideas here is to increase the RPMs. Is that right? And why would that be a good thing?
No, but what we have done is we moved from a naturally aspirated engine, a V10, that was powering the predecessor.
Huge engine, yeah.
We went into a smaller displacement, so a smaller engine, a V8, to make it as fun and emotional as a naturally aspirated engine. We wanted to bring this twin turbo to levels that no other engines in the market has. So we increased the level of the RPM that you can reach with the engine, because this gives exactly that thrill and fun that our consumers are looking into when they buy a Lamborghini.
How quickly can it get to 100 kilometers an hour?
2.7 seconds. Yeah.
Gosh. You could injure your neck at that G-force,
No, it's
you?
actually very smooth.
That just is incredible. In less than 3 seconds, you're going 100 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, but it's absolutely setting the bar a little higher or lower, if you want, when it comes to the time in our segment. It's the fastest and is best in class, a fuori classe, like we like to say in Italian, that it means that is above everybody else. And that is what our consumer want. Acceleration is one of the elements, but obviously not the only one, because otherwise you can buy a purely electric car and you get acceleration as well. But what we want is a behavior of the car when it brakes, when it turns, when it accelerates, that overall gives you the goosebumps. Otherwise, it's not a Lamborghini.
What would be an equivalent Italian expression for goosebumps?
Pelle d'oca.
Pelle d'oca.
Yes,
okay.
It's very similar to goosebumps. Actually, it's the oca means it's the goose.
So the car will cost more than $400,000 in Canada.
Yes.
How many would you think you might sell here?
No, we have a very careful positioning of the car. When we look at the price, we always look also at what volumes we're gonna generate with the price. And for us, it's important that we stay aligned not just with competition in the same segment, but also with our production capacity.
Yes.
Because the last thing that we want is that there is a demand exceeding too much the production that is limited by our factory that is focused on a very exclusive production, but at the same time exclusive enough to be below demand. because,
Yes.
as a matter of fact, there shouldn't be an ask for everybody. And this protects residual value and make sure that this is also a good investment.
Could you give us even a ballpark as to how many you might sell in Canada?
Well, I think that we're going to go above the 100 per year.
Oh, okay. And what kind of person buys a car like this? Mostly men, I'm guessing.
Well, traditionally, we have sold mostly to men, but this is a trend that is gradually shifting. And we have seen a double-digit percentage of women buying, especially on the SUV, the Urus. On Temerario, I hope this will be also applicable, and that we will have at least more than 10% of sales to women. And the majority of our customers are CEO or business owners.
What age group? What is the sweet spot?
Well, pretty young age of consumers. The majority are in between 40 and 50. So it's definitely a young customer base in comparison to other competition in our segment.
And what are your biggest markets? What are the biggest, broadly, for Lamborghini?
There's no discussion, is the United States.
Right,
by far.
Will you be affected by these tariffs, or I guess it's too early to say?
Well, like we said before, when we choose a price, there is a reason that, at the end of the day, there is elasticity of demand to price, also in luxury products. So you cannot choose a price whatever you like. You cannot increase it as much as you like if you want to generate the same volumes. So we know that the more the price will increase, the less we will sell. It's mathematical. At the moment, we are evaluating and assessing the scenario. We are working behind the curtains, and we haven't, of course, seen the end of this conversation.
No.
And so we will come to the market with a decision once we are ready.
Andrea, I don't think I'll be buying one, but it surely is an object of beauty. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much for